Hey, welcome back. Round 7, Toronto, Brampton, Ontario Regional Championships, Pokemon Trading Card Game. Kirk Dupes next to Bay, Jeffrey Saran, Raf Saran. Headsets are on. Let's get in these because these decks are so good. All right, we have on the left side of your screen Simon Trottier Lacasse, French Canadian from Montreal, and on the right side of your screen, Noah Bujak. And these lists are awesome. Let me talk. Like, you know what? Go through Noah's because I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Go ahead and absorb all of that name you just said there.
Quick courtesy timeout, commentary timeout here. Simon Trottier Lacasse. I'm going to shorten down to STL because that is a lot. And in max excitement, I'll probably just pronounce the entire thing. I'll probably just say the whole thing.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. You're going to say the whole thing anyway. So what we have on Noah's side is a traditional Zoroark Garbodor list. Nothing out of the ordinary here. He does play one Hypnotoxic Laser. Very traditional deck. He does have one Sudowoodo as well with that roadblock ability. So, yeah, traditional Zoroark Garbodor list. And I'll let Kirk go over the other deck.
Let me talk about the energies first in STL's list here. 4 Counter Energy, 4 Prism Energy, 2 Rainbow Energy. Let me go through the attackers. Buckle up. Mew, Fates Collide, 3 copies. 2, Watch and Learn Sudowoodo. 1, Articuno Roaring Says with the Tri-Edge attack, Cobalion with Revenge Blast, Promo Giratina, Mr. Mime with Bench Barrier, both Orangaroos, Resource Management, and Instruct, Oricorio with the Supernatural Dance, Sableye with the Junk Hunt, Shaman with a Flippity Flap, and what's the other thing?
Revenge Blast, I think, or something like that.
Victini with V Beatdown.
Yep.
And White Kyurem with, hold on, I have to pull it up because I don't know the attack names, Freezing Flames. and that's what he's coming in with. They are set up there ready to go, and I can't wait to talk about STL's list because it is so spicy.
It's the expanded counterbox deck. It's literally what it is.
It's exactly what it is. White Kyurem and the active for Simon Trottier Lacasse, French Canadian from Montreal, eyeing down a Zorua and 2 Trubbish on the bench. Simon going first. Nestball going to find him his counter attacker of choice.
I'm really curious what's going through Noah's mind right now, just seeing a White Kyurem right at the start of the game. I don't think you ever prep for this deck when you're doing your testing. You're just kind of going through like, oh, Pikarom, cool, we got this. Archie Stories, cool, we got this. What is that, and how is it 501?
Yeah, I don't think Noah got a lot of reps in against counter energy binder drop. Mew, Fates Collide, hitting the bench. Terrific ability that allows it to copy attacks.
Yep, it copies the attacks your Pokemon plays. Just Psychic type Pokemon that does that there.
Order Pad gets not a lot of success on the Order Pads here, but Mew FCO also with that free retreat, which is obviously nice. Computer Search coming down. A new card coming. Got rid of a counter energy right off the bat. Didn't see what he chose there.
Got rid of the other one. The Giratina's there, and then the counter energy. Looks like the Giratina there, and then a special charge to bring it right back.
Value. That is value.
Okay, we're still kind of figuring out exactly what he's doing here. Let's see what he got off that computer search.
I doubt it was the special energy. Probably already had that in hand. Felt comfortable getting rid of it, using it right away. Mew had to look it up. Haven't had to say it in a while. Memories of Dawn is the ability on Mew FCO.
Yeah, it only copies the basic Pokemon's attacks in play, versus the Mew EX, which can copy any attack.
I think we have the Victini in there, Cobalion.
And the
Shaman.
The gang's all here.
All the counter attackers that you could ever want.
He's definitely probably going to want to pull out some of those Sudowoodos as well, since that does hit these Zoroarks for weakness. But we do see Shaman coming down to the bench.
Interesting how Nova's going to leverage the Garbotoxin ability, shutting it down. STL side of the board, making Mew FCO's ability to copy those attacks a little bit more difficult.
Does he run any field blowers or FABA, anything to kind of get rid of those different tools?
Simon Trottier Lacasse from Montreal, Canada, is running 1 field blower. Another Order Pad coming down. Can't stop the train once it leaves the station. Order Pad, dice off the table. Gonna hit another roll here, and that's another failed Order Pad stream. Not friendly with those coin flip mechanics on those Order Pads. That's for sure. Victini V Beatdown.
I think they're gonna take some advice from Russ last round. Just start cutting them out. The more tails you hit, the more you cut them out of your deck.
Versus Seeker for Professor Sycamore. I think a lot of this hand is about to go to the garbage can. Lock it in, Chief. Those all hit the bin. That's Cabalion, a bunch of other fluff. 7 cards coming. Let's see what Simon can get set up here. Simon Trottier Lacasse, French-Canadian, Montreal.
He definitely
Quebec,
feels a
Canada.
lot more comfortable getting rid of some of those Pokemon too. He does run double Rescue Stretcher as well, so doesn't need those Cabalion and the Victini, or sorry, Cabalion and the I think what jump 2 of those there and the discard pile. So he has the rest stretchers to bring him back.
Might be a strong opportunity to get Prism Energy in hand onto the White Kyurem for next turn. We'll see what STL elects to do. Battle Compressor coming down, taking another inventory of that deck. Let's get rid of stuff we don't need. Not in this matchup.
Yeah, and what the cool thing that he actually do with the White Kyurem is that when it does turn to effect, he actually attach a counter energy to the Mew, and then use the Dimension Valley to be able to Freezing Flames for that 160 real easy right then and there.
Great call. 2 Dimension Valleys in this deck. Clearly a cooked up list here. This isn't something that was just pulled from the skies. Everything has been calculated and figured out, and I can't wait to see this rock and roll.
Everything hits something like for a significant amount of damage. So I'm excited to see how his matchup turns out for sure.
I've got on my phone right now about 17 screens open with all these different cards for quick reference. Prism Energy coming down on Mew FCO. Memories of Dawn on the horizon for future attacks. Simon, what do you got for me, kid?
He's still going right now. What else does he have left? Versus Seeker. He's probably getting close to the end of his turn. There's a Sudowoodo we were just talking about with that watch and learn attack. Be able to copy your opponent's attack right back at him.
Noah's a solid player. I think the Revenge Blast Pokemon V Beatdown really signified everything that Noah would need to know in regards to what's going to happen this game. Zoroark GX coming down immediately using that trade ability. 2 cards to Noah. How does he elect to continue developing?
Oh, Noah technically went first then. Okay, we missed that there. He just had a dead turn.
Yeah, we false started. We thought we were.
We didn't see any cards in discard piles. I guess we just
judges at the table. So I'm sure that Evo was clean.
So in this case here, Noah's not looking the brightest then, and this is the case.
Just gonna go in for 60. Really trying to limit the ability of the Sudowoodo. Watch and learn to come by and start swinging for the fences. White Kyurem soaking up 60 damage, living it with 70 HP left. And the actions on Simon. Noah not going to pressure too much and unlock the action of those counter energies. Dimension Valley coming down. And how does Simon navigate this now?
At this point, I mean, he honestly could still. I mean, you can't get to the watch and learn. You need 2 energies there. There's no Pokemon that are knocked out. So I think he just slowly starts adding energy to Pokemon, spreading them across, and just waits for that first hit. I mean, eventually Noah's going to have to do some type of attack here to take out one of his Pokemon.
I love how clean Simon sets his board. It's just very... Do you see him completely lift the Sudowoodo and put the counter energy underneath? Love it. It's a good-looking board.
Lots of finesse there, lots of finesse.
Versus Seeker pitching the 2 Rainbow Energy in the deck, so those won't have access to those anymore.
Does he play dowsing or anything like that, or is it computer search?
His computer search is his ace spec of choice town map, revealing the prizes. A lot of special energy in there. 1 prism, 2 counter. Simon's going to have to find a way to unlock some of that. However, with the town map, we'll be able to pick and choose which energies he'll need to continue his game plan.
And a good thing here on Noah's side here, where I'm not seeing any kind of energy disruption, no Enhanced Hammer, no Faba. So those energies that are attached right now are there to that Pokemon's KO'd. Or hard retreated, anything there to kind of lose energy itself.
It seems like Simon is feeling like he's at a crossroads here. Lengthy decision going into what's going on.
He's debating doing a distortion right now to put some extra damage on those Trubbish, but also powers up that Victini V beatdown attack for 20 for each of your basic Pokemon in play.
He does elect to do that distortion door, putting 1 damage counter on each Trubbish. And Simon, based on how his deck is set up, he's fine playing the waiting game. I believe I saw teammates in hand as well, really just saying, Noah, take a knockout wherever you want. I got you covered.
Well, it looks pretty, looks like a drop bag of Skittles on his side of the board right now with all the different colors going on. So he's definitely has the strategy flowing right now with what all he needs done. And just the rightest beating for another 60 onto the White Kyurem.
And for Simon, that's pretty much exactly, or excuse me, for Noah, that's pretty much exactly what he wants. Apply some pressure, but don't immediately unlock that big return knockout. However, Simon using the sky field that Noah put down to his own advantage, getting another watch and learn Sudowoodo down on the board, and I can almost guarantee you, if that sky field gets bumped, that Distortion Door Giratina's what's hitting the bin.
I'm curious if Noah's actually going to take the KO here and activate that counter energy, knowing Sudowoodo is going to return KO right back at him, or is he just going to take a chance here to develop his own board?
I hear Noah and Simon Trottier Lacasse, French-Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, laughing behind us because I think Noah is just in awe of what he sees on the other side of the board. And I feel like Simon's been doing this to his opponents all day long.
Yeah, and I think that's what exactly we might be seeing here right now is that he's going to hard retreat this Zoroark in the active spot and pull up the Trubbish. No, he just opts to pass. Didn't know we're going to see a garbage collection there at all from that Trubbish on bench, but he opts just to keep his Zoroark inactive and keep that Kyurem there as well.
Especially now that there's 2 Watch and Learn Sudowoodo, Noah doesn't even have the option to, like, Guzma up, I mean, and like get Garbotoxin going and kind of keep that watch and learn from happening, because now there's just 2 on the bench. And provided Simon has a counter energy somewhere in his deck or somewhere in his hand, he's ready to take that knockout whenever Noah wants to go for it.
This is actually like super scary for Noah right now, because even if he takes the time to set up, eventually he's going to have to take those KOs here, or figure out some way to either make Simon deck himself out. But Simon plays the Oranguru.
Roadblock Sudowoodo going to the bench. Obviously, despite Skyfield being in play, Roadblock just chucking a pass to the turn with the hands there. So Distortion Door and Victini going to the discard, kind of predictable.
Yep.
Watch and Learn Sudowoodo is really where Simon's going to lean once the Zoroark decides to get froggy and take a knockout.
I wish we would have kept the Victini over the Rally Back Shaman, because Victini's attack name just sounds so much cooler.
V beatdown?
Yeah,
it does.
It just sounds so much better. Just for that exact reason, it just sounds better.
I can't argue that. Stretcher going to get that Garbotoxin Garbodor. Set up for 3. Prop Egg versus Seeker. Pokemon Communication.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Rocking and rolling. Second Zoroark. All right. We flowing back in. See, that ended up being the right play there. It's just to kind of, all right, I'm not going to attack you yet.
Another
Let
trade.
me get going.
So here's the thing. Noah is going through a lot of resources. Oh, he can Hypnotoxic Laser, take the knockout on the poison, and not open himself up to a Watch and Learn knockout. He just plucked that off the top. Let's see if Noah sees it. It's a way to at least take a prize card.
I like that. I mean, there's still the 2 Sudowoodos to stare down right now, but I like it. I think he's gonna wait to he can do laser, and then which he doesn't do just yet. Maybe he's waiting for that Trash Lance to come up, so that way he can laser KO, the next turn Trash Lance for KO, and opt and get out of that Watch and Learn, at least not to attack the Zoroark, that is.
They are just passing back and forth, staring each other in the eyes. Going to need some Visine. Neither of them are blinking right now. This guy's got to be getting dry. Noah, on the other hand, burning through his deck, getting a ton of cards in his hand. Now that he has the Prop Egg, it's a little less dangerous. He's not sacrificing a card for 2. Pokemon Communication, after a Prop Egg, going to find Noah any mon
there we
he
go.
wants.
There's Trash Lance. And he has Floatstone in hand now, too, so he's probably going to yeah.
He also has a Guzma, I believe, as well.
Okay.
GX gonna Wonder Tag, allow Noah to take any supporter.
Massive Colress.
Hey, let's just Colress for 1,000. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,000. Right on. Shuffle your hand.
11, Kirk.
Okay, shuffle your hand and draw an 11.
I hope he plays the laser though. I kind of like the play you had there, that the laser can take out that white Kyurem and not activate the roadblock.
Okay, confirming that the Colress is not actually being played. It's going to hand a red card.
Okay, I like that.
And especially now that no one knows there's 2 counter energy in the prizes.
Yep. So he's banking if he doesn't hit the last one left, which he hard retreated. Oh, he put it back in with the special charge.
Yeah, that was right at the beginning. Put it back in with the special charge. However, just 1 special charge in the deck. So Simon is really down to 2 Prism left in deck. The 2 Rainbow Energy are gone, and 2 counter energy. 2, 3, 1 more. You get 1 more, kid. He does have the N. And
Sycamore. He had a Sycamore.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He had a Sycamore off the last card.
Guzma around, Watch and Learn. Trash-a-Lanche.
Is there enough energy to
the other counter energy was on the Watch and Learn. I forgot he put that down turn 2.
That's what I'm saying. So now he's getting rid of all energy on board, and the other 2 counters are left. So he has to hit it off this top deck or the Sycamore he got here, the last counter energy in his deck.
Okay. Well, we do know if Simon wants a knockout, he can go and get a counter energy. Like, we know that. Because of the tile map, he will be able to select,
if he gets a knockout, he can
prize.
get one there. But it's just now he has to force the KO with the Mew now, which I guess if you attach one more energy, you could do the rally back from Shaman and hit for weakness.
Garbotoxin's live.
He
All
got the
right.
Flowstone. I didn't see the Flowstone put down.
Yeah,
So
Noah was biding his time to trying to put himself in kind of a chokehold scenario. Put Simon Trottier Lacasse, French Canadian from Montreal Quebec, kind of put him in the full Nelson here, and it's a slow grind. Just going to try and wear him out.
I feel like I'm in a full Nelson here. You say that name over and over again.
All right, I'll shorten it down to STL. My fault.
You're gonna say it again.
I won't. For now, I won't any more of this game.
Okay, so Mew's locked down, can't attack. He's gonna have to get the counter energy's the only plan here, because both those 2 Pokemon on the bench have to have 2 energy to attack with, or Kyurem in this case 2 to 3.
Counter energy is live if you've managed to find his last copy.
We did see a Sycamore, correct? I thought I could have sworn we saw a Sycamore there.
It's either a Sycamore and N counter catcher. I think you just got to go for a Zoroark and hope that you hit your counter energy. You know?
Mm-hmm. I fully agree there. So we did this Zoroark, he pulled it. There's Sycamore. Okay, he drops to N. Let's see if we get there. Counter energy, flip it up for us.
Floatstone will do it too. Floatstone will help. Silent Lab.
US free retreat.
I mean, excuse me, Field Blower for the Floatstone
Field
to
Blower
unlock,
to Floatstone,
unlock the
got you.
Muse attack. Yep. Looked like we have a couple stretchers there.
I don't see
Another
any
Mew,
energy.
But that's a really wonky hand. And this is just the strength of Zoroark. It can just grind you out. It can find the cards it needs, put together this game plan that you can't just immediately punch a hole in. And Noah playing it really well, biding his time, getting to the point where, okay, take the knockouts as I want them. When I have all the resources I need, ship it over to Simon, see what he can do.
And Noah's about to have his massive hand next turn, so I don't think he used the Guzma out over the Culvers. And everyone knows his hand's so large from the trades from before, so he probably has everything he needs in hand right now.
Noah asking how many counter energies are in there, and the answer is 1. However, 2 in the prizes. Simon, we got to see, I'm hoping he can navigate these next turns fairly quickly because you want to see the writing on the wall as soon as possible, especially when you have such a grindy counter-based deck as he does. You really want to have the most amount of time possible.
So we're going to see the Shaman come down and more than likely the Lele as well. But, yeah, he's going back and forth between the Lele. I probably will do the Lele anyway because you want to keep that roadblock if the Garbodor does come inactive there. But this is not hitting that counter energy is really rough for Simon right now.
Just a weird hand composition. 2 Rescue Stretcher, another Sycamore. I think this 1 copy of Silent Lab found its way in his hand. Maybe a Choice Band. I can't be certain. We're just going to maybe a hard retreat.
Well, can use Encounter to search for a Pokemon if he opted to as well, but he's deciding to conserve that Prism energy.
Well, with the Dimension Valley, can still encounter, which is nice.
It has a Prism on it as well, so if the Valley wasn't out, it could use Prism Valley. I'm sorry, the Prism Energy. Wow, I just did a fusion there between the 2 cards. Wrong game.
So, using the free retreat on Mew FCO to go to another Mew FCO, leveraging Dimension Valley, reducing the cost of psychic attacks by 1 colorless to encounter for free, and also preserving that energy on his board. Because as of right now, it's the only one he has. Tons of energy in the discard. 3 of his impactful energies are in the prizes, and this is all known information for Noah right now.
He's actually he's eyeing down the Articuno, and he could use his first attack to. Oh no, he changed his mind here, but he could have grabbed the Articuno and used the first attack, which puts it to sleep, and hope on a little prayer right now because he's locked in the Garbodor that he can leverage himself back into the game and get that counter energy there that way. Fun little thought there. He was eyeing it.
Simon certainly gave himself the most amount of options with this deck. Let's see here. Simon going through. I don't believe he's passed yet, and I don't think he has much else to consider. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, he hit the additional Mew off the encounter. We do see the Guzma on the last Sudowoodo there.
And now Noah has really not much to worry about the way the board is currently set up. Well, Simon does have 2 Rescue Stretchers, so like a counter energy off the top helps.
Yeah, I mean, he's just waiting for the counter energy to get that first KO there, and then he just, repeats that. Because once he gets that first KO, he just grabs the other 2 counter energies, and then rinses the rescue stretcher again. So
I like to see a rescue stretcher here to put one watch and learn onto the deck, or into your hand onto the board, and then the other rescue stretcher to save the other 3 mons you have in your discard, and then you Sycamore, try and hit that counter energy, and Riotous Beating for a knockout.
does he have the Verse Seeker to Sycamore?
He has another Sycamore in hand.
Okay. So I think we're probably going to see that here right now. Okay, yep, exactly. Rest Stretcher to save the other Pokemon, all back to the deck.
Yep, I like the sequencing here. Exactly what I was talking about. You definitely want to make sure you have access later in the game to another Watch and Learn pseudo. V Beatdown can definitely take some cheeky knockouts.
I was going to say grab the Cobalion for sure, because right now, as Noah's getting ahead, Cobalion is going to have extreme utility here as it gets 30 more power for every prize Noah takes. And as he's taking 1 prize here, that could be a huge sweeper for in the last few turns.
3 very strong attackers in this counter energy based binder drop deck. So V Beatdown he'll have access to, another Watch and Learn, and of course, as you mentioned, the Revenge Blast on Cobalion. Those are getting shuffled in. As I mentioned before, Simon does have a Professor Sycamore in hand, so this is maybe the most important 7 cards he can draw, and in those 7, really just hoping to find the 1 copy of counter energy that has to exist somewhere in his deck.
Fully agree there. He did like lower his odds by doing a rescue stretcher, so it's gonna hinder him some there. But I would say if he doesn't hit this counter energy here, you might want to go to maybe not just yet. We're only 20 minutes in. I think he can still pull it to get there, but he would definitely want to see that counter energy here off the Sycamore.
Yep. All right, Sycamore. Let's see a counter energy. STL is looking for a counter energy to try and get back into this game.
There it is.
All right. We've got more game to play, my friend. We've got more game to play, and maybe
so tie this game right up too.
Yep, and Town Map is just gonna pluck. I'd probably go Prism counter, or do you go? No, you probably grab both counters.
Both counters.
You grab both counters.
Because at this point, I mean, he has Nest Ball already in hand too, and with free retreaters, he could just bring back the Sudowoodo. He just rest stretcher in because of the play you mentioned, and can take out the next Zoroark.
Ooh. And maybe this has just been the makeup of Simon's games all weekend long.
Yep.
It's just like, all right, for those of you that haven't been testing the counter energy binder drop deck, Versus Seeker counter energy?
Okay.
Maybe has no supporter in hand?
Maybe. That could be it also. That's 2 Verse Seekers? Okay, he has teammates in hand as well.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That helps. Having a counter energy is obviously amazing. Noah maybe needs to eye up an N here and really disrupt everything that Simon has. Because he already has teammates in hand, if that is truly what he has.
I think he's eyeing the N down because you see him playing unnecessary stuff like the Psychic on
the Ditto.
Unnecessary, but yeah.
So, I like if Simon's hand truly had a teammates in it, I like grabbing the other counter energy even more. The reason is because once you grab 2 prizes like that, and Noah knows exactly what you grabbed, you make yourself more end-proof. And as we look at Simon's hand, or Simon's deck, he has thinned it out incredibly well.
Yep.
However, there are some clunkers that can be drawn right now with a full bench.
And now he's back down to just 1 counter energy in deck again. It could be in that same spot we were just in 2-3 turns ago.
Exactly. 4 for Simon, 4 for Noah.
Yep.
Prism Energy, Articuno, and there's 1 card, Sableye, Dark Explorers, I think. And what is that last card?
One thing to think about too with that Verse Seeker, if it was end, I don't know, he has to have the teammates also. Teammates wasn't in his hand already there. So yeah, you made a good point there. Teammates is already in the hand. You probably should just went for the 2 counter energies there. Agreed. Had like a moment for a second, then I momed myself out.
So we're going to see a retreat from Noah, taking a hard look at exactly which attacker Riotous Beating for knockout. So
there's Nest Ball. Once he had the chance.
Oh, is the counter energy the last card in his hand?
Is it the Prism? No, that's a counter gain.
Oh,
it's a counter gain, I think.
Does that work? Prism and counter gain on the Sudowoodo?
Does that count? It does.
So he still gets it?
He still pieced it together? He still can piece
that
together.
Beast. What a
I'm pretty sure if I think that is counter gain at the very end. So you can Nest Ball for the second Sudowoodo, and then counter gain because he is behind in prizes. Counter gain Prism for the KO.
God, too good. Simon's like, you know why you don't need the other counter energy? Counter gain.
Counter gain. Big brain plays here, Kirk. We're out of our league right now.
STL legend. legend.
We're playing in the minors, and he's in the majors.
Just drawing the sauce off the top.
Jeez. I wish we could have like the camera on Noah right now for just a reaction he's about to get on this play. I just want to see that. Can someone please just take a picture of this right now? I need this face.
Noah's. Oh, did you see his hand start shuffling around? He's like, "Oh, come on, dog."
Nuggets, man. McNuggets.
Watch and learn. Gonna dumpster this Zoroark GX. Simon gonna go down to 2 prizes. Grabs those energies because that's all Simon needs. Another Zoroark down. However, all the stretchers are gone now. So this is the last pseudo-wudo. Simon still needs to take some knockouts here.
Yeah, because he has 2 knockouts to go through. With Garbatax on live there, it could be a little tough. But he has up the counter energy back, so he can rally back with Shaman for the KO on his Garbiter. And he needs to find a Field Blower, because Field Blower he can really just pull off the White Kyurem attack with a D-Valley in play, and then save the flippity flap for when he return knocks KOs him right back.
So counter energy is not live right now.
Because it's even prize. Yep, it's right. It's even prizes.
So if Noah doesn't bench another GX Pokemon, Simon has to attach energy like us normal folk, one at a time. Doesn't get to do all this crazy counter-based shenanigans.
You just hear it.
You literally just heard him yell, "Oh, so you don't have any GXs anymore, huh?" Junk Hunt Sableye coming down to get some action. Who's gonna get Froggy on Simon's side of the board?
Let's see here. All right, so Junk Hunt coming down.
Sableye. Junk Hunt. There's got to be 2 good ones.
He needs Special Charge as one to bring back.
So his Field Blower is somewhere in the deck, is it not? Or he can junk Hunt for a Field Blower?
If it's in a discard pile, yes.
Either that or it's just been stuck in his deck.
It hasn't came out yet. I haven't seen any hands he had so far in this game, and it's obviously not in his prizes.
They are yucking it up at the table. So much friendship. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw hugs and high fives after this one.
This is one of those games you just kind of like, oh my goodness. A counter gain, okay. I mean, he's supposed to get behind a prize for counter gain to come into effect here, and a Verse Seeker. All right.
Counter gain versus Seeker, Junk Hunt completed.
Okay.
But Noah doesn't have any attackers
on
this side of the board.
I wonder if you just look at this right now, knowing that Simon has to just manually attach stuff, and just do like a deck count real quick and see who's at lower points, and just do pass. Nasty plot. Nasty plot.
Noah.
He's gonna Junk Hunt him back.
Noah literally goes, "Oh, I'll get you another Zoroark," and then pulls out the baby Zoroark.
Black and white Zoroark, foul play, nasty plot,
too good,
and a Wob just for the gigs,
and a Chorus, whatever. Draw 1,000. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, Kirk.
I round up.
You added 2 zeros.
Math. Noah's shuffling his hand in. He's drawing 10. Simon taking a look at all the stuff in his discard. It is rich with with cards.
Just flooding with items right now. Trash Lance is hungry.
Trash Lance, I mean, Psychic Energy on the Ditto doesn't look so silly now.
Yeah. I can't evolve it, though.
Simon's like, why couldn't I get one of those?
Can I borrow that for a second? Can I Junk Hunt that into my hand?
Just counting it out. Noah can go all single prize attackers from here on out. And that is definitely not to Simon's advantage, especially because he relies on that counter strategy.
All right, there's the Trash Lance for the KO there. Mew's coming up. Counter gain is going to come to effect. Oh.
Is he going to go Sleep Flips?
No. Hold on. Counter gain. He's going for the play.
Tri-Edge?
He's going for Tri-Edge.
Oh!
He's going. You hear him go? You hear him go? No, hold up. Hold on, let's go.
Oh, come on. Oh!
Yes! He just won heads. He just won heads. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What's he get? 3 shots at it?
He gets 3 shots.
Oh,
He's one heads.
Goodness.
One
oh
heads.
My goodness. And even Noah, when you put Articuno down, Noah goes,
oh no. Oh my gosh.
Come on. Simon Trottier Lacasse, Montreal Canadian, coming in. He needs a heads.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, my goodness. All right. 22 minutes left in this round. STL savages a Ditto Prism.
We're all questioning the counter game. My man's out here in 2025, man.
Good Lord. He's back from the future to learn us something. This kid's coming down. And Noah had the Garbodor in his hand, and he didn't evolve.
He couldn't because the Garbotoxin. He couldn't. That Ditto was up the creek without a paddle, man, as soon as he benched it.
What is happening out here? That's round 7. It's not even over yet. It feels like a roller coaster of emotions.
Woo!
This is insane.
Woo!
They are shuffling up.
Tri-Edge. Tri-Edge, first roll.
You know what?
Clap, bro.
Blastoise decks cut Tri-Edge Articuno, and STL goes, I got a home for you, buddy.
He hit him with the Tim Duncan real quick.
Simon goes, Articuno, come here. I've got a roll for you.
Oh, man.
And I guess how many times he probably savaged Dittos?
Oh, easily. All day.
Weekend.
All day. That's those 5 dubs, man. Those are all Tri-Edges on Dittos.
And after even Noah was like, I'll get you a Zoroark. Just max cheese.
Some class back and forth.
Max cheese.
And then the clap back was real.
Flippity flap rally back. Articuno, all the moves. This deck's awesome. This deck's awesome. And you know what's excellent is I'm going to build this at home later. And I'm not going to win a single game. Not one. Not one. Not even a single one. Counter gain. Who would have thought? Holy smokes. Let's get back to the action. Let's go back down there. Noah's on the button. Let's flip some cards over. Let's go. Handshake. High fives. Peace, love, and hugs. Roadblock Sudowoodo in the active.
Roadblock.
Not ideal for Noah. Ultra Ball.
There's that hypnotoxic laser.
Oh, man. My heart's racing. I feel like I did exercise. Good for me. Good for me. I have to punch those into my Weight Watchers app after this.
They probably all counted as steps. Who knows? You were shaking a lot.
You know what I was? I need to get a Fitbit or something. All right. Ultra Ball, Tapu Lele, Wonder Tag. Noah's searching through his. I don't even know how he's still here, to be honest. I would have been rattled to my core.
That's one of those kind of like walk-off moments. You know, you hit the game winner, and it's kind of like, hey, it is what it is. Mic drop moment.
Night. Holy smokes.
I'd be frazzled. Articuno, bold and proud right there on the screen.
I just watched it. I can't even imagine being in there. Listen, if Simon's going to go home and he's going to talk to his friends, and he goes, watch round 7. Watch round 7 from minute 30 to 23. And let's have a viewing party. Bring popcorn and beer. We're going to while out on this one. There's just the longest con ever by STL, even saying like, oh, you don't have any GXs left? Knowing full well Articuno was coming into bench press planets. Holy smokes. I think Noah's still resolving an Ultra Ball. We kind of lost track of the game.
He got the Lele. He's just decided
Wonder
if he wants
Tag,
to
Juniper.
Juniper to
dumps
bridge it.
this hand out of here. How do I recover from that? Oh, my. All right, let's tighten it up, Jeff.
All right.
Tighten it up.
Jacket's tight. We're leaning up tall. Dowsing machine with the propagate.
Oh. Ultra Ball, bending DCE in the egg. Going to grab a Zorua, probably put the DCE down, and then do a clean Juniper.
DC's already in the discard pile, so he's probably just going to
he's got another one in hand. He has 2 in hand, and he grabbed the Juniper. So I feel like I go Zorua, at least conserve 1 DCE. Juniper, get yourself fresh 7, maybe hit the Trubbish or a way to get to it then.
He plays Special Charge also, so it doesn't hurt that one going to discard pile. Then,
Holy smokes.
I wonder if he's going to high-five him after that. Do you high-five after just getting Tri-Edge like that? Like, I don't know how to feel it.
Yeah, I don't know what the etiquette is there.
Like, at that point, I don't know where no, okay, see, he didn't even put his hand up there, so the disrespect is still hurting there.
Good.
There's a lot of Mortons on the table, so.
So much salt. Bang. I can't believe I didn't bang knockout that. I just came unglued. All right, passed the turn. Didn't hit anything else worth playing. STL going to order pad. You know it's coming up heads.
It's a heads.
You know it's coming up heads.
There's no way.
Okay, I guess he used all his counter energy powers in game 1. Rightfully so. Computer search. Didn't he have computer search terminal last? And he gets to pitch a Giratina? This
Giratina
guy.
mime.
You know what? I'm on Team STL for the rest of the weekend. I don't know how this round's going to go.
Go ahead and put on the shirt. It's going to be on Kirk's next jacket. It's STL.
It might as well be. It might as well
Be
be.
a counterbox jacket. Watch out. Articuno, Tri-Edge. You heard it here first.
Computer search, binning, distortion door, Giratina, and a bench barrier, Mr. Mime.
Bench barrier.
Grabbing mystery card, numero,
Oh, Sycamore. You grab Sycamore.
Well, sometimes you need a supporter, you know. Special charge, getting rid of it early. White Kyurem, probably not useful. Just binning the rest. I think the counter gain is also in there.
No, it was teammates, special charge, Kyurem on that Sycamore.
Great for you for identifying those with 15% of the card art showing. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it, man. We out here trying.
Mew. We'll at least have one turn with Mew because there's no Trubbish down.
Yep.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Simon's got to feel comfortable about that.
There's Articuno again. I wonder if he's going to just pop it down now or wait for a little bit. Distortion door.
Soften up that Zorua. Golly. I watch and learn Sudowoodo.
I don't see much else, though. I don't see any supporters for his next turn, though, so...
Is that an Ultra Ball, maybe?
I see Sudowoodo, I see Articuno, Counter Energy. I think that's a Juniper in the middle. Juniper.
Well, that's good for Simon. Just got to get some stuff down the field. Maybe feeling the effects of how he almost lost out because he couldn't find energy. Like maybe being very careful that Noah could just go Zoroark GX, Guzma, play a poke down, play a poke or two down, and take a knockout on the Sudowoodo, and then he'd lose an energy and an attacker, which is obviously way worse than just losing a Pokemon. Really liking that rally back Shaman too. Great against Trashlands Garbodors.
I do not see. Okay, hold on. No, there's not a supporter in his hand right now. So he is. I think he's narrowing down his hand to hopefully bank off Instruct.
Bank off Instruct. Maybe. What does Flippity Flap with the Rainbow Energy gives him an option if he can get the Oranguru out of the active.
Shuffle his hand, draw 6 cards.
Yep.
Okay.
Pass. All right. Noah escapes unscathed with that turn. Says, here's a float stone. Looks good, doesn't it?
Okay, let's see.
Skyfield. That is going to help Simon get some of these pokes.
He's going to be able to put the Articuno down now and a counter energy and draw an additional card, unless he retreats to the Wob. That's also an option here for Noah, is just retreat to the Wob if he doesn't get to the Zoroark right away. Which I would venture to do, honestly, until you get your full board set up again. Don't play to his counter energy just yet. Get your streamline going there. And he probably wants to actually evolve that into the foul play Zoroark and kind of do that end game strategy he had previously, evolving into Garbodors and such there to go 1-for-1.
Noah's deck light on single price attackers, though, and will eventually, unfortunately, have to go to a Zoroark GX strategy. But definitely the 1-for-1 trade is maybe the way to start off this game.
Like, take out the stuff that can be liabilities to take out your Zoroarks later. So go after those Sudowoodos. Go after really, just a Sudowoodo. The Articuno eventually will come back there, but we'll deal with that later. And, evolve your Dittos before you evolve to Garbodor.
Yep.
But, yeah, take out the Sudowoodos with the Trash Lanches and your Foul Play Zoroark, which he evolves to go to Zoroark GX, and then come back and feed back off the right as beating Zoroark.
I mean, is Noah's hand that cold that he needs a Zoroark GX right now? And Noah is putting together a great tournament for himself. 5-1 right now. Certainly understands the deck and certainly understand what he does and does not need. And in this case, he says, I need Zoroark GX, I need the ability to trade, and I need to get a card advantage on Simon, who doesn't have the raw draw power that Noah does. Communication, the Klefki back in the deck.
Gotta get a 0.
Trubbish probably now.
Oh, Trubbish, yeah.
Yep. Closing the window that Simon has to use the Mew, which clearly, with 3 copies of the Mew, STL's been leaning on those.
It's the main core strategy. I mean, it takes out like the big cards that have been hyped up here. The fighting decks there, and then also Hitmonchan. So you see why it's been a heavy favorite for him in his deck.
Watch and Learn has to be doing so much work for the kid. Whew. Trubbish coming down. Noah eyeing up, dropping another energy. Choice band and a pass. Keeps the roadblock Sudowoodo in the active.
I mean, he probably doesn't have a supporter to get the wob out of the active spot here, but you know it's going to just be bench, and then instruct.
It's okay. So it's a counter catcher, counter energy, prism energy, Articuno is the 4 cards. So what do you do here? Do you risk losing 2 energies over 2 turns to flippity flap?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that. I would test it exactly. I would test the prism to Mew to set up here, and then I would, what's the? You said it was a counter energy, prism energy, counter catcher, and Articuno. So he doesn't bench the Articuno there. So I guess he's still holding that back there. I might have benched it to get that extra card off the instruct while I had a chance to, because I don't like being in top deck mode. I want to try to get to my spot in my control. But he's holding out here and waiting for that float stone.
Okay, so Noah, if I'm Noah here too, he has to have that that internal clock telling him that this time is winding down, and he needs to take 6
There's
knockouts.
the Guzma. Yep.
Guzma play, watch and learn going down.
So now we got.
Okay, so the Mew's gonna come up.
Yep, 300 Mew. So this top deck is huge. For Sam right now is a verse seeker for the teammates. Order pad. Okay.
All right.
All right. Hold the table, guys. We're gonna need the heads here.
Simon's gonna try and relive the dream from game 1. Order pad on heads.
Order pad's on a tail streak right now. We need a heads here. Come on, bring it home.
It's a heads.
What's that too? Yep.
What does he grab? So if he gets Stretcher, he can watch and learn Pseudo Udo on.
We can get teammates. Teammates for Stretcher verse seeker. That way you can repeat teammates the next turn.
So good, dude. So good, dude.
So he just went and got verse seeker. And he discarded teammates in the bin.
Play teammates.
I think. Yep. Here we go.
Do you grab like?
You got Stretcher. I think you grab Stretcher versus Seeker repeated. Honestly,
I think you grab Watch and Learn Pseudo Udo versus Seeker.
Okay.
And save your rescue Stretchers.
Okay.
So you don't have to like inherently use them, right? Because
that's
the
true.
idea is the teammates again, and then you can get
so you
a
put the
cycle on a Stretcher.
just grab a Pseudo Udo if it was available for you, but he's opting for Stretcher. It looks like.
So Stretcher is the other Pseudo Udo in there.
I saw a card near the end that might be. I think you're not. I think you're the right call there is to grab the Pseudo Udo and hold those 2 rescue Stretchers. 100% agree.
Was that a Versus Seeker and an Order Pad?
He's ballsy if he does that. I think I might be timed out. Is a Stretcher? Okay.
Oh, thanks.
So no Verse Seeker?
Maybe that's just what he's been doing all day, just high rolling.
Is that computer search? Oh, it's town map. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. There's the other teammates.
Okay, we're solving this mystery one step at a time. So town map.
Okay,
maybe
going through his deck, he saw that his other teammate was surprised.
Yep. Again, Simon flexing the muscle, showing that he's got at least 1 or 2 reps in with this deck. Counter energy, it's going to be a knockout on Zoroark, and he's going to grab what? Teammates Prism?
Jeez, you're taking the words out of my mouth. I think it's going to be Teammates Prism, 100%.
It's an open-ended question. I'm looking for help here, kid.
Teammates and Prism is what I would grab.
I can't believe he high rolled too with the Versus Seeker and the counter energy in game 1. Good night. This kid's a legend. Prism.
Was that? Oh, because he had the Distortion Door. He only hit for 200, but Distortion Door earlier put him down to 200 HP exactly.
This guy is straight up from the future. Back to learn us all something today. This French Canadian is just flexing his country's flag all over.
I apologize for my comments in round 1. I'm obviously regretting that.
I mean, I'm in Toronto. I don't know on what planet you thought it was acceptable to freaking dumpster Canada.
I didn't dumpster.
I mean, I guess that's true. It was a gentle singe. It wasn't a true burn.
It's like I flicked the booger at him. You know, it's not that bad. Just rub it off.
Pretty bad. You talking about boogers? Don't get boogers on me. Can we focus? Come on. Now we missed everything that happened. Literal everything. Noah's shuffling up. Colress, I assume.
Yes.
It's going to be
Big
drawing.
Colress.
Let's see if I can get it right this time.
I'll let you do
9 cards.
9,000.
9 cards. Got it right. Klefki, Zoroark, Foul Play, couple other stuff. Field Blower. I don't think that's going to be too good.
Okay.
Propagate, Ultra Ball.
What we getting here? Another Zoroark.
Another Zoroark is just. They will be even on prizes, and Noah still has that Tapu Lele on the bench. So as long as when Noah fills up his bench with Skyfield, if Simon can get away from ever putting down a Dimension Valley, that Tapu Lele is going to stick and is going to be his path to 3 GX knockouts.
Here's the big thing, too, right now, is when Zoroark takes his knockout, they're going to be on even prizes exactly, and counter energy is not going to be in effect.
Correct.
So even if he does pull off a watch and learn play, I mean, it won't. He needs to be able to do a double.
Right. I don't think he's going for a watch and learn play. Like, this might be a flippity flap turn or something.
Yeah.
I think Simon is just going to churn his wheels, make sure the resources are available for him to step up and take a knockout next turn. I think Noah's been going through his cards very quickly, so I think this game ends. I think Simon is positioning for this game to end on perhaps a watch and learn on a Trashalanche Garbodor back on a Tapu Lele.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not from the future like Simon, so I'm not even gonna hazard a guess.
Where's the first secret for the team? Oh, he didn't even grab teammates off the prizes either.
Nope. He elected to go with Sycamore. Maybe already
Sycamore
having a versus.
Prism.
Maybe already. Oh, because he grabbed off the teammates. He grabbed. No,
he
he
grabbed
grabbed Rescue Stretcher, and so maybe he just had it. Always has it. The kid always has it. Taking a look at the deck. What are the cards this man is going to choose with the teammates? These are crucial.
Yeah, there's no counter plays he can do right now. So,
he grabbed a Prism and a Sycamore, right? So
off the prizes.
So
yes.
if he just grabbed Dark
there's
Explorer,
there's no Garbodor in play either, so you can't attack with Mew.
But I think he grabbed Dark Explorer's Sableye, so
Junk
he
Hunt.
can Prism Junk Hunt.
Okay.
Which then, like, if he just keeps then he
Okay,
doesn't care what
so
Pokemon
that's-
gets knocked
yeah, that's-
out.
yeah,
It just doesn't matter
So
because he's grabbing 2 resources.
He pulls back probably like 2 Verse Seekers to repeat teammates off the jump
maybe
hunt.
computer pad versus Seeker.
Yep,
That seems insane.
Yeah.
God,
So that's kind of like a tank essentially. Just take the hit. I'm getting my 2 items back right now.
I can't believe we selected this match in the dark. We were just like, hey, 2 5-1s, let's get them in here, and this deck is just
Bonkers.
absolute lunacy. It's like what's that movie with Jason Statham? Is it Crank?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this deck is. This deck is the Pokemon TCG embodiment of the Jason Statham movie Crank.
Tweet that.
Don't have to.
Aaron's
Did
pretty
it
good
live.
right now.
I just pointed at the camera as if like people saw that. Simon going through, selecting his cards with Junk Hunt.
Yeah, he already uses A-Spec. Always go get Rest Stretcher.
I know that computer search is in there.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like the best thing to do is Computer Search Verse Seeker here, but I mean, Rest Stretcher is always dope to bring back to keep repeating those pseudo-udos. Computer Search and...
It's really hard to just miss, like, with computer search, you know? He's working with, theoretically perfect information.
The thing with this, too, though, he also had a bunch of Verse Seekers in a discard pile, so I can see why he went for the Verse Seeker instead, especially since his one teammate's already prized and one's now in the discard pile there, so Computer Search can't access those.
We also know he has the Rescue Stretcher in deck, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of interesting plays. And, I mean, like, if Noah goes around the Sableye, you still have an energy on it. You still have an energy on Shaman. You still have a Retreater to get back to Watch and Learn. So this really needs to be like a knockout end turn for Noah, I think. And just hope Simon's 4 cards are just garbage.
We'd really cool to pull like a knockout end in Garbotoxin.
Yeah. Noah's got a lot of things to play to.
I do see Trash Lance in his hand right now. I think he's eyeing that if he wants to commit to his 1 Trubbish to that. Seeing what other outs he has right now.
Just another pass.
Oh, he has passed.
And I think Simon's fine with that because he's just going to keep farming
Exactly.
these junk
Yeah,
hunts.
might as well. Is he going to load up Giratina now? Okay. I said that.
Just maybe double clutching that one a little bit.
I think he had the energy. He's kind of like, why not? I'm not going to use this anywhere else. Maybe for like retreat options later. But Giratina is no slouch either. It hits for 130.
Yeah, 130, 40 damage somewhere, right?
Yep.
On your own
To
bench.
itself.
Interesting to see. I think you just junk hunt. Just grab all your stuff back. Get your stuff so if you get end, you can find anything. Like computer search, another Versus Seeker here
100%.
seems nuts.
Yeah.
Or like order pad, like even order pad. I mean,
Order pad doesn't hurt.
I understand it's riskier or it's high rollier, but at least it gives you another access to energy because he doesn't play energy lotto. So like, or order pad is for a trainer. Excuse me.
I wonder if he's waiting to get to like a red card or an N right now before he does that knockout, kind of like what you're saying there. He may not beat to those pieces yet to kind of pull the full lock. That's what Noah is probably waiting for here to kind of do that Garbotoxin N or red card and really take him away before doing that knockout in the Sableye.
Noah just thinking through the turn. But every time he passes, is Simon one step
Oh.
closer to taking the W?
Well, look at the time too. Look at the time right now.
Yeah,
we got it. We got to step on the pedal here.
Yeah, we're 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the round as I finish the statement. And Noah has passed 2 turns without attacking, and Simon is just elated with that. He's junk hunting every turn. He's getting the best cards in his deck back in his hand, excuse me. And Noah is working way too hard to get ostensibly nowhere.
Not really anything at all right now. He may be looking to hard retreat here and get to this Trash Lands knockout, but he has to start making some moves here. I mean, I know it's going to set up plays for Simon, but we need to see an end here, and we need to see a KO here very soon. We're down to almost a minute 30 left in game 2.
As long as Simon doesn't ever bump that stadium, Noah has no way to get these GXs off his board.
Okay, so Guzma on Shaman here is going to bring up the Trash Lance.
So, I mean, that's a knockout. We're going to have the Mew to pivot to. And Simon has a computer search. He has counter energy. He has rescue stretcher.
He's going to pull everything off
like,
here.
Assuming whatever is in Noah's discard, can he not just get all the pieces, Guzma, Zorak, and Trasherlanch again and say, all right, what do you got?
100%.
Oh, well, here we go again, getting all ahead of ourselves. They're even on prizes.
No, they're not. 4-3.
I can count. They're not even on prizes. Simon's back in the game. Counter, baby.
Counter game. It's counter time. It's counter time.
Simon punching the invisible calculator, seeing how much damage he's got. The answer is beaucoup, my French-Canadian friend.
Yeah, this is going to be a knockout on the Zorak. He's just trying to figure out what's the best way to do that here. Step 1. Oh, okay. He's going to teammate it. Oh, counter catching is something he can do, too. Those are cards.
He's got everything. He junk hunted for 2 turns. You got an ace spec back. The dude's cooking with fire right now.
Yeah, we're going to counter catcher, counter energy, Sudowoodo, slap to the face.
This man is like Gordon Ramsay. Just burning everyone in sight and styling them on him. Just styling on him with his playability.
The most proper roast ever.
It's just savage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Round's over.
Yep, there's the hand.
So Simon is turn 0. Noah has 3 prizes to take.
It's impossible.
And unless we miss something on this deck list, Noah just says there's no way I can take 3 prizes in time. We're going to scoop phase. We are not forced to suffer through 4 unnecessary turns. That was a heck of a round 7, Jeff. That was a heck of a round 7. I'm glad I got to be in the booth for that one.
Oh, my gosh. That was phenomenal to watch, and then your energy all here. And it was that game was crazy. Articuno!
That was so good.
What?
Tri-edge on a Ditto. That Ditto got
We're thinking every other option here. He's
like, oh, these things? I've got them all. When he junk hunted the counter gain, we're like, what is this man doing?
What?
We're going to get you a winner's interview. Round 7. Simon Trottier Lacasse, French-Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, is your round 7 winner, advancing to 6-1 with this counter energy binder drop. Interview coming shortly. We're going to go grab them. Aaron is on the 1s and 2s, I think, trying to figure out what he's doing.
We got to press the button to slide screens. Transition.
So I guess we're riding out in front of the screen for a little bit longer.
It's okay.
Noah's tournament is not over by any means.
No, absolutely not.
So
5-2. No, he just 1 win away. And honestly, I still believe there's a chance for 18s to get in also. So 1 win away from getting to that point.
Yep, absolutely. All right, I think we're good. We're going to kick it over to a post-game interview. Stay with us with your round 7 winner, STL. Freeze frame. Hello and welcome back, Pokemon fans. I am here with round 7 winner, Simon Trottier Lacasse, French Canadian, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That game 1 was it was so exciting. It was so
Yeah.
exciting to watch. How far in advance before you won that game did you know you were going to win with Articuno on Ditto?
Yeah, it's a coin flip. I just have to be one heads of 3, so I stabilize before to get all my pieces. So it's a little bit gamble. I can also take the Sudowoodo because I have weakness, so I can do the same play there. But it's a little tricky play, but the odds is in my favor, so I did it. So
Well, it worked out. It definitely worked out. We just came unglued here in the booth. That was so much fun to watch. And of course, that's the advantage of playing a deck like you are. A lot of people don't know what cards you have.
Yeah.
And Noah, and even us who knew you had Articuno in the deck, did not see that coming from a mile away. You had to be excited for all of that to be captured on camera.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
We were saying this is definitely, I hope, a match you're going to go home and watch the recording again over, maybe with all your friends and say, look how cool I am.
Yeah,
I did this.
Yeah, in 20 years I will show you to my kids, and that's how we play Pokemon, man.
Yeah, that moment was excellent. 6-1.
Yeah,
Great tournament so far. You're pretty much galaxy locked for day 2.
yeah.
How confident are you in this deck for the field going into tomorrow?
I think I have many good matchup. I don't like to play against Rev because I have counter against anything, but sometimes you have to take consideration to take out something, especially in Expanded. There's so many decks that can play. So yeah, I'm pretty confident for the rest of today and maybe tomorrow. But yeah, pretty confident. I love my deck, so.
Now, is this something maybe you and your local friends worked on, or is this something you've been working on, or did you find it somewhere? How did you come to this deck for this tournament?
Yeah, I always love counter energy and one price Pokemon. So in Expanded you have so many options to play. So me and my friend we build a deck, and someday we took out some Pokemon and big back other ones. It depends of the meta. So I really enjoy the deck. So you have out against pretty much everything. So it's pretty fun to play.
And sometimes you get to Articuno, Tri-Edge, a Ditto for the 2-prize
Yeah.
win, which was so amazing to see. Simon, have a great rest of your tournament. Thank you for stopping by and talking to us. Round 7 winner, Simon Trottier Lacasse, French Canadian from Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Yeah.
Thank you and good luck the rest
Thanks
of the
to
way.
you, man. Thanks.